Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today I have another breakup story to share. And if you have a breakup story you want to share, please visit writemac.com. Send your story in, and I possibly could do a YouTube video just like this, giving my take. I also do live coaching if you'd want to book a session, do a FaceTime, face-to-face. This goes a long way in gaining clarity and moving forward. So let's get right into this one. If you like this video, throw me a like. If you've got a comment to make, put it down below to help this individual. And subscribe if you like. Let's get right into it. Love your vids. Way to start. He puts in parentheses, 15 years down the drain. That's negative thinking, my friend. If you had 15 good years, that's something to be thankful for. There's a lot of people in the world, myself included, that hasn't had a run on a 15-year relationship. If it was a good 15 years, that's a privilege. My ex and I were together for 15 years, and we lived together for 14. She is 35, and I'm 51. Well, that's a interesting age difference right there. You got 16 years. Okay. And if that was 15 years ago, she was 20 years old. So you were probably maybe her first love or second love. We decided to make wholesale changes to our lives. She quit her job and joined the Canadian Navy. We planned that when her training was done, we would move from Vancouver to, I won't say where, but Vancouver's a beautiful place. I've been to Victoria quite a few times. That is probably one of the top 5 places in the world beauty-wise for me. Beautiful place where she would be doing her duty and I was going to start a business. She left for training. So right off the bat, though, if your wife's going to go into any Navy, there's going to be a lot of traveling. She's going to be working with a lot of men. Sorry, just saying. And she's in her 20s, going into her 30s. Great job, great career, most likely. But there are some parts of it that wouldn't be in the best interest of keeping a long relationship, being that she'd have to go out to sea or travel quite a bit. Our contact was limited to 30 minutes or less of phone time per day. That's not good. 2018, we had a huge fight over the phone. I was an ass and carried it on until November 19th, which is over a month when she dumped me. So you got in a huge fight. You're not telling me what you fought over, but you feel like you were wrong. Well, probably you're frustrated by the fact that you only get to talk to your wife for 30 minutes a day. But you have to realize if you guys agreed that going into a Navy, this was probably part of the deal, that you wouldn't be able to see each other as much. And in the beginning, it seems like, oh, yeah, that'll be fine. But you need presence. You need to be each other's presence. And the frustration probably led you to get in some silly fights. We stayed in contact. She came home for Xmas. But you said she dumped me November 19th. So November 19th, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 months plus away. Or ago, excuse me. She came home for Xmas December 5th. She was still mad and ignored me until we had another huge fight on December 15th. She left and stayed with friends. She came back on the 24th and Christmas. Well, you know, she has somewhat of a heart there to come back on Christmas and make a day of it. She was very distant. That shows that her feelings and attraction are low. She left that night to go back with her friends. I saw her 2 more times. She kissed me twice, between passionate and just friendly. She's not sure of her feelings, if that's the case. Gave me a big hug and told me that she does not want me to disappear from her life. Well, if you've been together that long, she trusts you. I think she trusts you. I think you've lost a little bit of your connection, being that she's been so far from you and you've lost your cool. And she might have lost a little bit of attraction based on the fact that she's not seeing you as much. But the biggest thing here is probably connection. What's keeping her connected to you is trust. We have stayed in contact since regarding bill, taxes, and that kind of stuff. We are still Facebook friends and occasionally chat that way. But mostly she is cold and will communicate by text after I initiate. If she's cold and it's not usual, doesn't mean like she's fully done with you, but she's showing that she's not into the relationship. She's checked out. Her feelings aren't there. Her connection's not there. And it might just be timing and circumstances being this job that she chose and that you agreed upon. And to be fair, I'm not saying you were wrong to agree upon. If this was in her sights for a while that she wanted to be in the Navy, it's not your place to go, no, don't do that for our marriage. But it did affect things. She also has not told any of her family and most of her friends about dumping me. Stop saying, you're being extremely negative by saying you were dumped and that you threw 15 years down the drain. You broke up for a reason. She's been in long distance for a while. It's not like it just happened. She didn't just dump you to the side. She came back for Christmas, has made an effort to be civil. I haven't heard anything mean-spirited or crazy done to you. I know this because they are still my Facebook friends, and there is no reason for them to be without her. She has said that I became distant and was more like a roommate for the last couple of years. That's a lack of connection and attraction. And in hindsight, I can see how she felt that way. Well, when you live together for 15 years, this happens a lot. You lose the excitement, it's the monotonous lifestyle. She also tells me she doesn't hate me. She's still connected to you. She still cares about you like a family member. And that's why she came back for Christmas. That's why you're still friends. But the attraction and connection probably aren't there, and it's not your fault. What does this all mean? I just said, how can I proceed to repair this damage and resume our relationship? Is she going to be in the Navy for a long time, and she's going to be out and about anyway? So as long as she's going to be mobile as far as, coming in and out of town, I don't think this relationship can be repaired. If she's going to come back home and have a job or have some kind of groundings in your area, then maybe, at some point you want to go out to dinner and see where things are at, because you've been married for 15 years, you know each other. But at this point, if she's continued to be cold, she might have just checked out on the relationship, and it might have just been her time. So in order for you to repair this damage, the worst thing you could do is keep asking to talk to her, keep friending her on Facebook, move forward and show her that you're okay without her, and don't allow her to just be your friend, because she said she doesn't want you to hate. She also tells me she doesn't hate me, so she wants to show you that she wants to still be connected to you. But right now, romantically, she's not there. And by you trying to overcompensate in some way, that's not going to work either. You need to show that you can be just fine without her. You respect where she's at right now. And maybe in a month or 2 months, you want to revisit things and ask her out. I'm not going to say that's going to work. But being that you've been together 15 years, maybe that's what you need, is another sit-down dinner. And you don't want to talk about what went wrong, but just see if you can reconnect and talk about present moment items, like how's the job going, how's this, and that's where you would reunite the relationship. You're not going to go back and go, this went wrong, that went wrong, I'm sorry for this, I said that. No, can you just sit down and have dinner or have a conversation in the present moment and enjoy each other's company? At this point, it doesn't sound like it's there, that she's cold and she's a little bored, and the fact that she's going to be moving quite a bit around with her job, that'll never serve this situation. Okay, so it's probably not what you wanted to hear, but right now, I would stay in no contact for the moment. Be brief when she contacts you. Don't be needy. And let her appreciate what you had and the stability you had and the trust. Because I think she absolutely still trusts you, which is big. So I hope that helps you. Please visit writemac.com if you've got a breakup story to share, or if you'd like to book a live coaching session. Thank you for supporting the channel.